10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now, the Zoom homies.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies, produced by LK Productions. I'm just getting the stream going, letting everybody that was there in, which was you and Jose, Photo Mix Media. Long Dog says he's here. William Dawson's here. First in, obviously, was Tony Wallow as usual. Bobby Warren was a close second by 17 minutes. John Loy Sr. joins us about an hour later. And Photo Mix Media snuck in. So good to see everyone there. I hope you guys do know I'll schedule this and then I walk away and do things and then go pick her up and then start the stream. So if I don't get back to you on the chat, it's not because I'm not paying attention. I'm just not here. So you'll probably notice in the Zoom, I have my iPhone set up right here. That's because I'm going to do something with it here shortly. Will there be Zoom where the sound from the chat room tonight or not? Hopefully it is. I hit the button, so hopefully you guys will hear them. We will see. There's a little bit of TV background noise from Greg that I can hear. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. So apparently a couple people do actually read the title. And this was not a joke. If you read the title and description, it's actually a true or false thing. But I think true or false might actually be wrong. I should have maybe reworded that. How do you measure the speed of a mouse? True or false? It's measured in Mickey/seconds. Mickey speed, or mouse speed, Mickey divided by seconds. And that's, I'll just wait for some answers in chat before I reveal the answer to that, if it's true or false or not. Long Dog says his dad's about 15% better. Good, good. So the question I have for Bobby Warren is, are you up and running yet? Are you able to watch TV, or is that still out on the fritz? It's difficult asking chat something and then waiting. It really is. Like, you can watch TV. Okay, cool. And obviously the internet's working because you're talking to us on chat. Be it by phone or be it by a computer or laptop or Chromebook or whatever it might be. There are so many options these days. So tonight's stream may or may not be very long. I would go more on the may not be, and there will be obviously an after Zoom after the stream. It too probably won't be very long. Sean's got some news he wants to announce. I don't even know what it is. He didn't tell me. He just said he had big news that he wants to talk about after the stream. I said, fine. And I have news to release that I'm going to bring up after the stream as well. Zen Jack, I said, hey, it's Ken. Yeah, Zen Jack, you're letting me down. You didn't mention Fortnite. So, hi, Alex.
Hey, Ken. Well, I figured I better join before y'all start wondering where I'm at.
Well, I started the stream at 10:30, and usually you're one of the first ones in Zoom, so kind of natural that if we don't see you, we don't, we kind of wonder what's going on, but it's all right. If you want to be a few minutes late, you can do that. You want to be an hour late, you might miss a stream, but hey, then again, you can always watch it on replay, right?
No, I don't never do that with anybody. I'm either I'm either watching it live or on Zoom Live, or I pretty much don't watch it at all. Or if I do watch it, if it's one of Doug's videos, I may or may not watch it. But if I do watch it, it'll be on 2x speed.
Okay, yeah, I do that from time to time. I sometimes go with whatever the fastest is, which I believe is 2x, um, with a lot of people actually.
Any faster than 2x, or I don't think I'd be able to keep up.
Well, I don't
You
think
know?
there is faster than 2x, is there?
No, there's
I
not.
didn't think so. Um, and
But I'm saying if there
sometimes,
was, I don't think I'd be able to keep up.
yeah, sometimes I actually slow it down, especially if it's a Da Vinci thing that I'm trying to learn. I'll actually slow it down to about 3/4 to half speed. And even then, that's too fast for me to learn and do it at the same time. So I like that feature, though. I really do. I'm taking a break from Fortnite. Got a lot of busy stuff happening in my life. Oh, I understand that. Believe me. Hi, Jeff.
Evening.
Good to see you again.
Pardon me. I'm going to eat a salad here.
You just
I
become
snacked too much this afternoon, so
got ice cream in
salad is
one
all there
corner
is.
and salad in another.
Yep. I found a bag of candy this afternoon and I overdid it. So I'm just eating salad for supper.
I understand. I got an email verifying everything but the time of the surgery on the 10th today. And I got that verified that it will take place on the 10th. They just don't know the time yet. And they will let me know on the 9th. I'm like, well, that's nice. You know, you plan out the entire month through April, but you can't tell me what time on the 10th.
If that was me and I was having to have some kind of surgery and I needed to call my transportation to get me there, they wouldn't have any chance but to tell me earlier than the night.
Yeah,
That wouldn't work with my transportation.
Well, good old mom's there.
Well,
She could probably, if you're having surgery, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say,
I know, but I'm just throwing that out there just for conversation.
well, I will say the surgeries I've had in recent years, which have been day surgeries, generally find out no earlier than 48 hours before exactly what time it is. They'll tell you the day and maybe morning or afternoon, but that's about the limit of it because they're scheduling bunches of people. So,
All of my surgeries in the past, for the most part, I've had to stay overnight. But the last surgery I had, were prepared to stay overnight. But as it turned out, I didn't have to. Everything went perfectly well, and I was able to get there at like 5 o'clock in the morning and was at home by noon the
they
same
don't
day.
want you to stay overnight if you don't have to because the insurance companies don't want to pay.
right.
All they said was that after when I was in the recovery room, all they said was if you don't use the bathroom, you can't leave.
But not the most recent one, but in 2012, I had part of a kidney removed and some tumors removed from my bladder. And overnight was all they let me stay.
Hmm.
And the next morning, I had to have the nurse put on my sneakers and tie my shoes so I could catch a cab home because I couldn't bend over. That they made lots of little holes in the abdominal muscles, and I was too damn sore to bend over. But
Yeah, I'm glad.
the longest I've ever been in, I had a thymoma removed. That's a thymus gland that has formed a tumor. Normally, when you're an adult, your thymus gland is about the size of a pea, and mine was this big.
Damn.
It was not malignant. Those things rarely are, but it was in between the heart and the lungs, and that was done by a cardiac surgeon. And I do not remember the first 48 hours after the surgery because they had me pretty well knocked out.
And catch up with
Oh.
chat real quick. Bobby Warren says his internet is garbage. I'll come back to that in a minute. John White Sr. says hello for the second time. Made it through another week. Yes, we all did, and that's great. Wintermute says, have you tried rebooting the router at Bobby Warren? That's a good hint. William Dawson says, I may have to be there at 3:30 in the morning from a few me and my mother have had. I'm not real sure where that's going. I'll just leave that be.
Well, from a few surgeries that he and his mom did.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, it's going to be, I've got to be there at 8 o'clock on the 7th. And then again, they have
You're
another one
lucky.
at 9:30. Then she said it would probably be in the morning, so I'm anticipating 8 or so. And then that following Saturday, I got to be there at 8:45 for them just to make sure everything's fine.
Oh. Every time I've had a surgery, I've had to get up at 3 o'clock and had to be there by 5.
Yeah, I've been lucky with surgeries. This will be my third surgery.
The last surgery I had, I can remember everything up until the point of me laying on the operating table where they have the oxygen mask on me, and they're talking like this is Alexander Cheak, and he's doing this, and he's in for this and this, and then they put me to.
Yeah, they videotape it. I'm kind of waiting for BH.
What, they didn't use the big rubber mallet on you like they did me?
But yeah, I remember that. I remember everything. They transferred me over to the table and straightened me down and all.
Count backwards from 100 and you get to about 93 and you're gone.
Yeah, the last time they did that to me, I didn't even make it to 97. That was some good stuff there.
Yeah.
Well, they have an IV in you at that point, and they knock you out initially with the IV. And then if you're intubated, they do that after you're unconscious.
Oh, they put the IV in my hand before they took me when I was in the room.
Yeah,
before
I've
they
had
took
that,
me.
and hands are the absolute worst place to have an IV.
They couldn't find my vein, so they had to put it in the back of my hand, and it was.
I've been there,
painful.
done that, and it is not pleasant.
Oops, my cap locks is on for some reason.
Hopefully, they don't have to do it in that spot again. Hopefully, they can find somewhere else to do it. But now that I'm grown and an adult, they don't put you to sleep, put the IV in like they did at Children's.
What do they do? Put it in your arm?
They make you stay awake and suffer for that because the last time I had an IV, they put it in the back of my hand.
I prefer it to be in the back of my hand as opposed to being in my arm.
But I've had.
Well, I don't. That's the most painful spot on me for an IV, and I've had to do it twice because I didn't have enough liquids.
Right.
Well, it's like when you go to have lab work and they say you got to be fasting. They used to tell you not to drink anything, and now they're telling me you need to drink lots of water because that doesn't count as fasting.
Right.
And that inflates your veins better because you're hydrated. It's easier to get the needle in to take the blood work.
Yeah, I'm just not real comfortable when they put it on the underside of your arm. I just assume have it up here, and it's just me.
Every time
I don't like an IV, period, but
every time I had surgery that I can remember when I was a kid, that's where they had it. They had to put it in the arm because they had the pad on the arm and all that.
Yep.
So I haven't gotten any responses on true or false, the speed of a mouse.
The only other thing that as far as pain in the hospital that I've experienced, other than IV in the back of the hand, that's just as painful or more painful than IV in the back of the hand, is had to have an internal catheter one time, and it's one of them they had to take out and put in and take out and put in, and every time when they put it in, it wasn't very painful, but man, when they took it out, it was.
Sounds like Zenjack's having a Fortnite nightmare.
Yeah.
So I'm going to post the answer to my question that I still don't have anyone answering.
What was the question? I was late.
The title of tonight's show is How Do You Measure Speed of a Mouse? And in the description I put true or false. It's measured in Mickeys/second.
Well, Wintermute says true.
Did he say true? I didn't see that.
Yep. In chat.
Let me scroll
It's
back.
measured in what? Mickey's slash
Yeah,
seconds?
Mickey's per second.
Let me go through chat because I honestly did not see that. Let me pop.
What
chat
about, you
out.
could also say Chucky's per second. Because Chuck E. Cheese is a mouse.
Well,
But they don't have a good ring to
They
it.
don't. When you
well,
change it in Windows, it doesn't give you a number. It just says slow or fast.
Yeah.
correct. But it is actually, if he said true, and I can't find it, but I believe you. Yeah, he says true. Okay. It's a real thing, and I'm going to post it over in chat. We're talking about the speed of your mouse, by the way, Alex, not Chucky frickin' Cheese. Only you would come up with Chuck E. Cheese.
From IEEE, which is the Electronics and Electrical Engineers Professional Society, it's Mickey's per second.
Showboat Willie. That's
I like
going
that.
back some days.
Back even before my time. Maybe Greg can remember it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, and I haven't looked it up. How many different internet options are there where Bobby Warren lives? I believe he lives in Orlando. Hi, Chris. Welcome back.
Hey.
That I don't know.
Hope your little getaway was fun.
Should be 5.
That'd be more than what I have in Indianapolis. That'd be quite a few. You'd be trying them all out. So I'm waiting for BH Ringer to show up. He sent me an
There are
envelope,
at least
and I got it today. Four?
Well,
here in Vegas.
The 5 that Greg found for Orlando probably also I'd be willing to bet it also includes probably cell phone providers like AT&T and Verizon and T-Mobile.
Well, I have AT&T, so that's
Not even
Is that-
counting those, we've got at least 4 here in Las Vegas that I know of. There may be a 5th one I'm missing. Big one is Cox.
so.
You got mine, which is WeLink. You've got the phone company, which is can't think, one of the split offs of old Ma Bell years ago. Then you have AT&T, and you have LV.net. So that's 5 that I can think of.
Bobby says his parents have an option between Comcast or CenturyLink. They can't go with AT&T. I thought they were practically everywhere.
Does CenturyLink offer fiber to the home?
I don't know.
Or
I don't
just-
live in Orlando.
Yes.
I know they did out in Vegas.
They
they
do
were
in
getting
certain
it.
neighborhoods. They keep trying to sell me that here, but it's not in my neighborhood. They were offering a deal at one time for whatever you could sign up for at your address with CenturyLink. They would guarantee that price for your life.
Yeah. That was another reason I decided to go with AT&T is it's not ever supposed to go up. Of course, we all know how that goes. Daniel
Yep.
Battelle, but, interesting tidbit of information on the unit of measurement of a mouse movement. Yeah, I got that from BH Ringer today. Actually,
It's just like how everybody thought there would be no other version of Windows besides Windows 10. And then what
That
happens?
was never a Microsoft thing ever.
I know that, but that's what
Some
everybody
people thought it was.
thought.
So his parents are in Fort Myers, Florida. I thought maybe they might be there in Orlando. And according to the chat, they don't get very good speeds. So a quick Google search shows that there's 5 or 6, but I'm sure those are going to be included. AT&T, CenturyLink, and all those other ones that people shy away from. Spectrum shows a gig. I think that's a gig. I can't do math right now.
Well, there's
Xfinity. What's that? Xfinity's Comcast, though, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so I got to keep remembering that. CenturyLink's 80 megabytes per second. Quantum,
tell
never
you,
heard of them. 940.
Where are you looking? Orlando.
I just did Fort Myers. I just did a quick Google search for
Okay,
Fort
that
Myers.
looks like what I'm seeing for Vegas. Cox, Quantum, T-Mobile, Rise Broadband,
HughesNet. Yeah.
L,
Viastat.
there's LV.net.
Now, oddly enough, AT&T is not on this list. That is really strange.
Well, I get offered AT&T every time I go through Costco,
Yeah.
and they say, Wim, and I say, look it up. Some of your colleagues have the last few times I was here, and you don't have optical to my address. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, and then they look it up and they say, oh.
Yeah. Oh. Make sure I got nobody wanting to get in.
yeah,
Wow. That's
here
crazy.
the Xfinity is the brand of is their marketing term for Comcast marketing term for the internet, kind of like Windstream came up with the term kinetic, and that's what they call their fiber speed here. So it's confusing
I
because the
don't remember
company
what the name was when I lived in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. The cable company there, which provided all that stuff, was a little local outfit. And then Comcast made them an offer they couldn't refuse.
that's the way my grandma's is. They're a little local. Her internet company's a
Mm.
little local outfit.
And they got
They
sucked
run.
into the Comcast black hole.
When they made the offer, did they go, hey, I'm going to give you an offer you cannot refuse?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny because she's had cable service, that same cable service through that same provider for at least 10 years now, as long as we lived in this house. And and when she first got it, the slowest they offered was 25. So she got 25 down, 3 up. So she's always had at a minimum 25 down. At that time that she got 25 down, 3 up, once we discovered that she could get it, I only had 12.
Well, I don't
12,
know. I believe
12
it's
down and half a meg up.
10. One place here says Las Vegas, Nevada has a total of 17 internet providers,
Wow.
including 6 fiber, 2 cable, 5 DSL, 4 fixed wireless internet. I don't count, those are just the phone hotspot people, and 2 satellite providers. So,
Well, everybody's going to have those 2 satellite providers because they can.
yeah.
I don't necessarily know that everybody's going to have 2 satellite providers. Who are the two satellite providers?
HughesNet and Viasat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dish and Direct.
Well, I started the slideshow can't talk. Anyway, yeah, it's on YouTube. You guys can see it. Can't talk right now. Got a little adjustments to make to it, and I think it'll be fine.
That's really Cox, HughesNet, Viasat, Earthlink. Oh, well.
Too fast on the funny. So it's 3 seconds. We need to go to 5 seconds, and I can do that. Yvonne's Random Thoughts joins us in the chat room. Hi, Yvonne. Good to see you. Hope all is well down there in the southern part of the states. I won't let everybody know that you live in Greenbow, Alabama. No, she does live in Alabama, but not Greenbow, because we all know that's a fictitious city. So now I'm going to go make an adjustment to the slideshow. I have that ability. Now, when BH shows up, I'm going to switch over to the iRun camera. As you can see, it's set up right there, and it's actually running, but you can't see it. Now, why did that not stop? So I'll tell you a little cute story today. I wanted to add some pictures to that, and I'm clicking on the little thing, and it starts the slideshow, and I'm trying to figure out how to add it. I see this thing at the top. It's got this little panda bear on it, and I don't pay any attention to what it says. I click on that, and it brings up something, and there's nowhere near for me to add this. So I'm like, well, I'll just restart the computer. Something's not right. Same thing. I can start the slideshow. I can't do anything. I can't add. Then I notice in the other column at the very bottom, there's a thing that says IR fan. I click on it, and lo and behold, it brings up the box where you can make all of your changes to your slideshow. You want to talk about feeling silly? I felt silly.
Yeah, and I have to know, so what are you going to do to solve your iPhone messages?
I've already solved that,
issue?
Alex. Honestly, when I asked you, I had already solved it. I just wanted to test your knowledge. You failed.
How? I mean, I just told you
I
what
just told you I'd already solved it, and you're hella bent on apps. Not everything has to be done through an app. I solved the problem. I just wanted to see what your solution would be, and my solution was very simple. Now I'll let you stew on that for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks. I don't know, 2 months. I'll get back to you on it in 2 years. Now, one thing I don't understand on this slideshow thing is there a save button? Oh yeah, there has to be. Never mind, answer my own question.
Well, now, one of the things in that Irfan view, you could simply have it run the show like you did when you were testing,
Correct. Yeah.
or it'll save it as an exe or a screensaver.
Yep. Okay, so I just
And it didn't have that in there when I used Irfan view years ago.
I've made some changes, and now we'll hit the button again, and we'll see how this goes. Your parents want the cable TV. Streaming, Bobby. You need to teach them how to stream unless they're like extremely old, and then good luck with that. And I'm not sure what extremely old is constituted by these days. I believe I could be considered extremely old by some people. So I bumped that up to 5 seconds, and that still looks like that's rather fast. I'm watching.
I actually would consider extremely old to be 100 plus or 90 plus.
Oh, there's Yvonne in chat.
Yep, I said hi. If I need to go to 7 seconds, I guess I can. This is running at 5 seconds right now. BH Ringer joins us, or is joining us. Oh, wait a minute. I see something I don't like. That's covering up the Zoom chat. I'm going to have to change that. So I'm going to let it run through one cycle, and then I'll shut it down. Oh, there's some good ones coming up. There's a real good one BH Ringer sent me.
Is that the thing you made with Irfan View? Is that the little slideshow you made?
Yes, this is actually.
How'd you get it into your stream? OBS?
I went over, yeah, it's through OBS. I went into sources, and I'm just capturing that screen.
Okay.
Now, that was not supposed to go to that one, so maybe it didn't get the other two, but I'm thinking it did.
Well, I'll have to try Irfan View again and make you a slideshow of dancing girls that I like and send it to you.
That'll work. Now, I'm looking for two specific ones, and one of them you just cannot miss it, and the other one's you sent it, or you posted it today, but I didn't see either one of them.
I thought that was funny.
Well,
I just stumbled on
actually very funny. I may have to show that manually, but I just noticed that there's a big black box over half of Zoom.
I was grabbing a few minutes and going through Facebook, and that popped up.
So I'm gonna let this get back. Okay, I think it's got about 4 more, and then I'll get set up for. Yeah, it somehow didn't get it. It's odd. Welcome in BH, welcome in Robert. Because this is the last one, and then they were supposed to follow it, and is it actually stuck? It only goes through 2 cycles? Nope, that's it. So that's not right. Have to figure that out. I'll show them manually here in a minute.
I still like the margarine one.
Yeah, can't believe it's not better. So there is no audio to this, so I don't need to share my sound. You guys should be seeing screen 1, which has zoom right in the middle of it, I hope. If not, oh well. But now you should be
I'm
seeing
seeing,
a small little camera box with my hand.
yep, in the
Okay.
middle of the screen.
Let me go over here and bring it to DaVinci.
I run webcam.
Right.
Now, is that a separate camera from your
It's my iPhone.
webcam?
No, that's my iPhone, yeah.
Okay.
When we jump back into Zoom, well, if you look in Zoom right up in the upper left-hand corner, you can see the camera itself right here. It's on the tripod. So I'm not sure where I want to do this at. I don't know if I want to do it from down here or up here. I'm going to go with up there. That looks to be better from the camera.
Just don't show my mailing address, Ken.
Would that be...
You can turn it upside down.
That's what I've done. And then BH Ringer thinks I live at Fort Knox because these things are always secured. And we will take the card out. Throw this. I'll play carry for a minute. Just throw this out of the way. So this is a birthday wish for you with a nice little, I believe that's a rose. We will open it up. Is this recycled?
Of course it is.
I was getting ready to say, of course it is. Don't really know when your
Birthday.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, you'll understand later. It's in June 7th, coming up shortly. Seems like an opportunity. Thank you. Wishing you joy while your birthday is here and all the good things in life. Thank you so much. So now, break out my handy dandy steel knife that I've had for...
Don't you have one of those things like carry that you can flip and?
No, I would end up in the hospital.
All right.
I see you had it for 30 days.
What, ended up in the hospital?
No, you had the knife for 30 days.
No, I've had it since about 1993-ish, 94, somewhere around in that neck of the woods. I've had it for a while. It was a promo. The company I worked for wanted to sell steel products in our shop, in our storeroom, and they came in and gave all kinds of crap away. I got stuck getting a knife. I didn't get the weed eater or the leaf blower or the vacuum cleaner, or any of those other fun things that I would have liked to have had. I got a knife.
That's kind of like how I felt when my dad was working at Carmart and we went to a Christmas party. The manager of the store he was working at, we went to a Christmas party, took us out to a fancy Japanese restaurant and had like presents to give out, or let's play some kind of game or something. I remember when my dad ended up with the turkey fryer, and some other guy ended up with an Xbox.
Now, on the other end of the spectrum, a company I work for in California, I won a nice toolbox that I'll show you guys one of these days that I've had since then, too. I thought I had a pair of scissors here somewhere, but I don't. I can rip. Oh, was I supposed to rip that, BH? Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this one says...
There's a message inside.
Quarters. No, I was trying to read the dollar amount. All right, this is on the back. It's got her queen chip. Oh, cool. Now I will figure out a way. That is super cool, BH. And this is a...
That's a $1.
Thank
That's
you. Thank you. That means I don't have to go figure it out. Let me get this focused in. That is sharp. I like that. Is that a maple leaf?
No, well, that's commemorating the 75th anniversary of the United Nations.
Okay. So that's
the
what
same
the
sort of wreath
laurels
you see on their emblem.
Is that, yeah.
Plus the Canadian, the maple leaf, yeah.
Okay. Nice. I like that. That'll go right there in the middle of the $20 bill.
Only 2 million of those minted.
Oh, this one's got 2, and that one's got 3. Ooh, this is a pretty good birthday early for me.
When is your birthday?
June 7th. Pay attention.
Only Chris. Only Chris.
Why you say that?
Because I just said my birthday, and you're,
He just said it 5 minutes ago, Chris.
if not even 5 minutes.
Go back to sleep, Chris.
But that's okay because my memory is worse than yours, believe me. Okay, these look to
I
be
just didn't catch
identical,
it, I'm
but they're
sorry.
not. I can see that. So I'm going to bring
Those
this
are-
one up
those-
first.
Those are
And-
$2 coins.
This one says
D-Day.
D-Day. And then does that say D-Day in French underneath it as well?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. Do you speak any French at all?
Moi?
Yes.
No.
Paquito?
Well, un petit peu.
Okay. Now, see, there's an interesting fact for you right there. B.H. Ringer, who lives in Nova Scotia, which they probably do speak some French, speaks more Spanish than he does French. So this is cool. I really wish I could zoom this in a little bit better so you guys could see the things that are around it. And this is, there we go. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That is really cool, BH.
Yeah. Again, there's only 2 million of those minted.
And you have 1,999,000, and I now have the other one.
And I'll actually have a couple more of those, but
What's the denomination on that one, BH?
$2.
You know.
Oh, cool.
Commonly referred to as the toonie.
Now this one is kind of interesting. I'll let BH explain it. I'll get it up there close and maybe not fiddle around with it this time. There we go.
Yeah, I thought you might like that one, Ken, because that commemorates the invention of insulin.
Yes, that's the first thing I noticed. Now, and this is
By a Canadian, I might mention Frederick Banting.
hopefully that'll refocus. So is this coin actually? Oh, 1921 to 2021. Okay, I got it.
No.
Yeah, the first thing I caught was the word insulin. And then over here in French, it actually says insulin, but it adds an E to it, I believe.
Again, that's only 2 million of those minted.
Let me get my mouse out of the way. I didn't realize that was up there in the way. All right, now I'm running out of room on $1, so that's got to go up there. That's got to go up there. I'm trying to see. There we go. There we go. Nice. Let me figure out. And this is 50 cents or 50 Canadian or whatever it is. 25
That's a quarter.
cents.
Quarter.
And it's 50 years.
Since we had the Canadian flag.
That is sharp.
That is nice.
That is really sharp. And I know it's showing up as green
Mhm.
over the screen. It's not. It's actually silver. There we go. That's much better. That is super sharp. Put it right there. You guys are at a disadvantage. I get to take a gander at them first and figure out which way's up and which way's down. And what they might be. This one I have no clue.
No, that's a poppy.
Okay.
Just a remembrance quarter. That one was a 2008. They originally came out in 2004, but the enamel didn't hold up well, so they re-released another one in 2008, 4 years later. 2004 was the first year that Canada released a colorized coin, and that was the first colorized coin released for circulation anywhere in the world. But they didn't have quite the process quite down pat then, so they re-released it again in 2008.
Nice. And
And one more
lastly,
there.
but not leastly,
Yeah.
2 poppies. Got to be some significance to that. Let me go to my other hand here. There we go. Yeah, I got that one pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is celebrating. Is that a young lady in the middle?
No, that's I can't remember what they call it. It's the guard that stands at the memorial in front of Parliament buildings in Ottawa.
Oh,
At
okay.
the Veterans Memorial.
It's not a guy. It's not a girl then. Oops, sorry.
Well, it's hard to tell these days.
Yeah, I guess if I hold it just right, well, then again, he's got a helmet on, but it's also hard to tell then these days as well. All right, thank you, BH. I appreciate that. I have 3, 6, 9, 11. I have 13 and a $20 bill, and I'll show you how I have those displayed. This could be really fun because I'm trying to do this with the doggone.
Oh, I'm getting sick.
Oh, it could be worse. What I should do is not try to do it that way, but just try to do it this way. Ah, it drops the phone. So this is how I have these displayed. Right in front of me. And as the collection grows, I will get a means of displaying them properly. I'm not going to bore you guys with my OCD, but I had to fix that flag. That's about as good as that's going to get. So, thank you, sir.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
I'm going to kill the camera and the phone.
Got a question, were you?
Fire away. Or fire at
Where are
will.
all the USB drives at the top of the last picture for?
What USB drives?
They were
10,
just above the
9, 8, 7.
I have
all arranged according to your OCD, I presume.
no, not really.
One's crooked. I seen it's out of line.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are way out of line. 3
No, I'm
of
just
them
quoting
have
you
Windows 10 on it when I was working up north for VJ.
Oh, okay. All right.
One of them's got I used to do my BIOS. It still has it. One of them's pictures, and the other ones are just empty. I haven't used them yet, and I still have one that's still in the container it came in. So I will never be like certain people we all know that open a drawer and has handfuls and handfuls of USB drives.
Oh, well.
You know, like Carrie, you talk about
Handfuls and
me.
handfuls of
No, I was talking about Carrie.
ones.
Because I'm that person too. I have handfuls and handfuls of flash drives probably if I got them all together in one
Well,
spot.
I've got a bunch of them that are still in their original containers, and I used to buy a handful of them every year when school started and Walmart had all the school supplies out. And these were primarily the little SanDisk ones that were either 2 or 4 gigabyte drives. And they quit carrying those when school started, so.
My college used to give out 2 gigabyte flash drives for free.
Yep. You can still buy them, but not too much in name brands anymore on Amazon.
One of them's got our tax information on it because I finally broke down and went ahead and got it off the doggone internet because we still don't have our W-2s.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than call them back and let them upset me, I just went ahead and downloaded it, put it on there.
Yep.
All flash drives are good for Chromas.
Is that what it is? Now somehow I've lost chat. Let me restore it.
Here, chat. Here, chat.
Yeah, really. Pop it back out. I need to get me one of those little flexible tripods that I can maneuver because it's really hard to get that thing adjusted.
I've got one of those stiff, flexible things like we saw with Doug quite a while back.
I
It's
doxed
not really a
myself.
tripod. It's a long. Well, it would be, I don't know, 3 feet long or something if it were all straight. I've got it hooked under the desk on a clamp, and then it curls up and over and holds my camera
Yeah.
right in front of the monitors.
Yeah. Oh, I see my. Really? The heck?
Mm.
No, my OCD will not allow this to be happening. Hold on.
Oh, shoot.
That's better. So I doxed myself like I've never given my address out over the internet before. And my phone number. About the only thing I haven't screwed up and given out is my social security number. Which, by the way, if anyone wants it, it's No, you guys didn't catch that? Okay, good. Let me see what the time is. VA Springer fixed his 270. What exactly was wrong with it? It wouldn't focus or wouldn't work?
No, it wasn't recognized by the Logitech camera setting software.
Oh, okay.
The only thing the software would recognize was the C920, but I have Logitune installed for the C920, and I installed that afterward. Of course, that was newer than the C270, but after I installed the C920, there was an update, came through Windows Update for the C270, and somehow it fouled things up with being able to use the camera settings Logitech software.
I had the weirdest thing happen on Zoom tonight. I should have taken a picture because I'll never explain this. My background now is perfect. Can't argue with it. It's perfect. If I change it, it changes and works the way that it should work. I'll just change it to that quickly, and as you can see, it's perfect. I'm whole. Background's like it should be. Earlier tonight, I'm not whole. I look like the background, and the background's not there. Green screen wasn't there, but the background wasn't there. The background was showing on me. It was the craziest thing, and I couldn't figure it out for about 10 minutes, actually. And I was just getting ready to restart Zoom, and I thought, you know what? Let me check this thing. It says I have a green screen. And then recheck it, and as soon as I did that, that fixed the problem. So I don't know what was going on with that. I really do not. It's crazy. And now I can't remember what my original background was before I did that. Bear with me a moment.
That's something over.
Yeah, that's the one I ended up switching it to. I had a different one. That one that says something over says so over it. This one just says so over it. And if I get out of the way, you can see that's what it says. I think that's the next thing I want to work on is creating stuff for the background screen that is actually above, not right behind me. I'll consult with someone that I know that's a professional photographer on that. Speaking of Tim, I haven't seen him tonight.
I say, do we have any professional photographers in here?
I don't know if he's... Oh, there he is. Hey, Jose.
Hey, don't jinx it, okay? Don't jinx it.
Ken, you watched that video I put out today, didn't you?
I did.
Did you think the volume was a little lower? My voice was a little weak?
Not really. I thought it was pretty good.
Because my voice has been a little raspy lately. And
I like
the guy I made it for. He commented in chat on another stream that he thought my voice was a little low or something. But
yeah. Well, speaking of that, how do I sound tonight? Because I've actually moved the Yeti.
You sound marvelous.
Marvelous. Just marvelous. Okay, cool.
You sound terrible.
Click.
Doesn't take much these days.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think he actually does it intentionally to get thrown over there, if you want to know the truth. Uh-oh. Oh, no, Alex is in the waiting room because I just put him there. I was waiting for Rick to join us because I don't want to repeat what I have to repeat after the stream. Volume was a bit low. BH Ringer had to mute Ken. Okay. Only winter mute. Only winter mute. Let me go let Alex back in. I thought it was pretty good, actually. I especially enjoyed your comment, but I don't remember. I made a comment about your comment, by the way. I don't know if you've seen that. Two can play at this game or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was funny.
He sent me more than what we bargained for, right?
Oh, okay.
And that's just the type of guy he is. He's more than generous.
Right.
And it's sort of a game of one-upmanship in a way. So
Right.
I prepared something I'm going to send out to him tomorrow to sort of make up for the difference.
Cool. Alex, is your soundbar not working right still? You kind of disappeared there.
I'm not even using my soundbar at the moment. And you know why I disappeared. You made me disappear.
I most certainly did not make you disappear.
Hallelujah, you're not using the soundbar.
Zoom might have made you disappear, but I didn't. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. It's coming up on an hour, believe it or not. I want to thank Tony Wallow, Bobby Warren, John Loy Sr. was there. Photomix Media was fourth. William Dawson was there. Zenjack showed up. He was having a rough night, apparently. Whatever a 12-year-old rough night can be like, I have no idea. Jeff joined us. Who else showed up over there? Wintermute was there. William Dawson, if I did, didn't mention him. Did I miss one?
No, I was just laughing at something Wintermute said.
The volume was a bit low and had to mute me.
Before that.
Yeah, that is a pretty good one. Got to go fly up and away. Yep. If you would like to join me on Zoom, shoot an email, kstout2016@gmail.com. I've got that on a little thing as well as Doug. I just don't remember where it's at. It's in one of these settings, so one of these days I'll figure it out. So good night, YouTube, and I'll jump over to Zoom real quick. Well, not like I ever left Zoom, but so apparently I'm feeble in my memory, and I forgot to mention someone. Were you actually in chat earlier, Greg?
Yes, I was.
Oh yeah, you were like 10:27 right before the stream started. Sorry about that.
I was taking a nap. I just woke up.
Yeah, I laid down to take a nap this afternoon, and I didn't get 1 ounce of sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for the second time. I've mentioned His Highness now. You feel better, right?
No.
Good night, everybody. I don't know about tomorrow. We're going out of town. If we get back, I'll get back. If not, I'll see you Sunday night.